Dennis, tell us about the cartel members who were suddenly and miraculously arrested.
Yeah, so American law enforcement officials arrested 2 top leaders of the Sinaloa Cartel, one of the most dominant criminal organizations in Mexico, which DOJ confirmed. The federal agents have arrested Ismael El Mayo Zambada and Joaquin Guzman Lopez, who is the eldest son of Joaquin El Chapo Guzman.
Yeah.
El Mayo, who led a faction of the Sinaloa Cartel, was regarded as the supreme boss of the organization. Guzman Lopez, the eldest heir of the Chapitos faction, had taken over leadership following his father El Chapo's imprisonment. The DOJ had offered a $15 million reward for El Mayo and a similar amount for Lopez. In recent years, U.S. authorities have intensely scrutinized the Chapitos, largely blaming them for the ongoing fentanyl crisis.
So, think about this for a moment. The DOJ, the FBI, the Border Patrol, DHS, every single last agency you can possibly imagine has been trying like the dickens to get these guys. But somehow, some way, they couldn't do it. But suddenly, on a warm July night, these agencies all together came together and said, we're going to get these guys. And by the way, they're going to turn themselves in. Is that not strange to you in terms of the timing? When Kamala Harris right now, the biggest bullseye on the she sucks chart, right dead center, says borders are? You don't think this is by design? I'm asking you.
Of course it is. I mean, even how the media has spun that, she was never designated as the border czar, and yet there's plenty of video, like we just referenced, that she was by all means in charge of it. She just decided to completely ignore it and then completely focus on, abortion and pro-choice and those matters. Even her new campaign ad that she released almost primarily focused on that. But you're right. I mean, look, the fix is definitely in. One thing I've noticed, I guess, within the social media realm is that when it was Biden, there was no enthusiasm from a lot of people my age who were left-leaning. And now that it's Kamala, I've noticed that a lot of left-leaning women are like fanatically obsessed that she's running. So I think Trump does have a little bit of trouble here with the idea that the media is going to portray her as this queen saint rather than actually hold her accountable for her being honestly a disastrous leader.
Now take what you just said and combine it with what I said before about the 4 things you could guarantee that you're going to see different. Lower gas prices, lower interest rates, more money in your 401k, and the pain at the supermarket is going to start to go away. Who do you think in most cases is the one that is impacted most by that? It's the mom. It's the female who's going out and usually doing those sort of tasks. She's the one who's sitting there and saying, oh my goodness, that the interest rate on our credit cards is incredible. And the husband says, what the hell's going on? I mean, I know how it works in my house. I know how my friends work with it. A lot of times the mom is the one, especially if you're a single mom, she's going out there and she's doing all the food shopping. She's the one who's feeling the pain. So now when you get Kamala Harris start touting the fact that, don't worry, I'm going to let you have the abortion if you want to have it. Trump wants to make it so this way it's a national ban, which is untrue. Trump has not said that. He said we're going to leave it to the states. Yeah. But people don't hear that, especially the people at the New York Times. So now she's given the whole it's your body, it's your choice, it's your body, your choice. Oh, by the way, I'm now taking the worst violent cartel members that there are who pass fentanyl through and are poisoning your children. I'm now going after them like nobody else is ever going after them. You want to make me the border czar? Watch what I do when you want. All right, you want to give me the label? Give me the label. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to arrest them. And then you put together the whole story. And then when it comes November, some woman who's been on the fence says, I really don't like Trump. I didn't vote for him in 2020. I voted for him in 2016, but I didn't like the way he carried himself in some ways and all this different stuff. And I question whether or not he really did touch women or whatever it may be. I don't like the way he talks and gives everybody the names. But man, I sure did like that economy that he had. But now, remember, people's memories are very short. They only see what's in front of them. So now when they see in front of them that chicken has gone from, $6 a pound to $2 a pound, and gas has gone from $4.50 to $1.98, all of a sudden they start to say like, oh, you know what? Maybe this will change things around. Maybe I don't have to vote for Trump. I can keep what it is that I believe is sacred and I'll just give Kamala Harris a shot. You know what? Hell with it, man. We need a woman in charge. That is the mentality that Trump has to change. Trump has to get out there, instead of talking about how dumb she is and chews on glass. I talked about this yesterday. He has to go out and explain that Harris owns half of what Biden has created, that Harris was a nightmare when it came to criminals, that she is just turns a blind eye.